Well, hey, welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. I trust that you are well today. It's going to be a rainy day here in West Central Florida. They tell us that it's going to rain all day. It rained a little bit last night, or in this general area. I think that most of the rain will come in south of us, just all on the South Florida, which is kind of a bummer because my lawn is nice and crunchy. You ever get that grass you walk on, it's like because it's so dry. Uh, yeah, and I'm not going to turn on the water and sprinkle it. And I'm not. I just soon let it all just dry out to a desert before I spend a penny, a micro penny, a nano penny to preserve my lawn with a water hose. That just seems dumb. So we're not going to do that. We're trying to avoid all the dumb stuff. Anyway, I trust that you are well. It is amazing that all the things that we continuously say are coming true. If we just wait, if we can just wait for a while, the truth will seep out in some way, shape, or fashion. If we can go all the way back to January 6th, a couple of years ago, where there was the Capitol riots. The press calls it an insurrection, hardly an insurrection. Well, but because what happened? What happened? The current government did get installed, and we have gone on with life, right? But just like the left said, I mean, they said forever that they had to not only stop Trump, but find a way to stop supporters of Trump. And I'm sorry, a lot of y'all fell for the okie doke. Just fell hook, line, and sinker for the okie doke, and ended up putting yourselves in harm's way, and really hurting yourself and MAGA, and allowing the left to use you in the way that you're being used. Now, some people have been in prison the entire time, and they're the ones who are political prisoners, not Donald Trump, who's walking free, but the ones that are actually political prisoners, who are actually prisoners. So, but what we said is a lot of people who knew and people who could, I don't know, read, said, listen, in that particular instance, actually all the time when the House of Representatives is meeting, it is Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, who is in charge of security, making sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen. And what should happen is that her and Muriel Bowser, mayor of D.C., should coordinate, making sure that everything stays safe and everybody stays safe. All that Trump could have done was say, "Hey, listen, I'm going to authorize the National Guard," but he can't call the National. But he couldn't call the National Guard. You see the difference? He couldn't call them. He had authorized them, so when Nancy Pelosi or Muriel Bowser wanted to have them, they could have both done that. And they sort of avoided this, and the press sort of poo-pooed it, and of course the wacko left sort of just they just ignored it. But what we find out is, see, a lot of times we think, and we have to really avoid this, that the people on the left are stupid. They're not stupid. It isn't that like they don't know the Constitution. They just ignore it. Here's a videotape that was found.
We have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient resources.
That is not a question of how they had been. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
And she had to take responsibility because what she knows is that she's responsible. Yeah, I take responsibility like you're doing this big noble thing. No, you were responsible. It's part of your office. It's part of the thing that you agree to when you raise your right hand and accept the Speaker of the House when you get nominated and voted in. Twice. You know doggone well what you're responsible for. And you know doggone well who's responsible for when it doesn't work. It's not Donald Trump. It's not the right wing press or people like me or people. It isn't. It's you, Nancy Pelosi. You are responsible. Now, having known this for a long time, but having seen this and found evidence that she knew that she was responsible, the question is, does it change anything? Does it change anything? The sad truth is no, doesn't change a thing. Nothing changes. Um, if you find this video on Twitter, share it and 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 share it. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page. You know what? And on almost every one of the pages that either I'm in charge of or Paul's in charge of, we're going to share it. Only because it proves our point. But it's not going to change a thing. Not a single thing. And that's truly the saddest thing. That is truly the saddest thing, that it's not going to change anything. But what could change something is if you guys would go to the Fight Back Media gear store. We've got a new shirt for the summer, and we want you to check it out. Yes, outrage is my love language. There we go. You can go to right here to that address there on the screen, and you can order yours today. Order yours today. Today. That would be awesome. Because what we want to do is that we want to continue to improve what we're doing here and get these out on a more frequent basis and at a higher quality. So if we can do that, and then maybe work our VMix to where we can bring on guests that you want that you want interviewed, that kind of thing, that would be fantastic. All right, I've got a word out to the gentleman, the Republican who's running against Rick Scott for the senatorial seat. I'm waiting to hear back from him, so we'll see if that works out. And if it does, you will see it right here. Again, outrage is my love language. Those t-shirts are available at that website at the Fight Back Media gear store with a bunch of other stuff. So poke around, get some cups, do some stuff. Really help us out. All right, that's the address right there. There you go. Okay, and I'll put that away. Thank you very much. And if you want more outrage, check this crap out.
Can I hear a little commotion for the dress? A little bit? Can I hear a little commotion for the dress? A little bit?
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Outrage is my love language. How about that? How about that? All right. A little bit ago, a few days ago,
2919.22B2.
This woman was charged with the murder of a 3-year-old boy and the attempted murder of his mother in a I think it was a Walmart parking lot. She followed them around the store for a little bit with a knife. It seemed like a big kitchen knife, which is really bizarre. And followed them out to their car, and while mom was putting groceries away, started stabbing the little boy. He was 3. Started stabbing the little boy, and then turned on the little boy's mom. Now, that video is out there. I'm not going to show it. I'm not. I think I have a copy of it. I'm not going. No, I'm not going to show it. No, I'm not going to. But what I am going to show here in a little bit is that woman being arraigned, I guess, charges being read, and I want you to watch that, and then we're going to talk about some reactions on Twitter to what you see.
Code section 2903.11A1 and or endangering children in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2919.22B2. Count 4 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to J.W. on date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 5 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did torture or cruelly abuse J.W., date of birth 10/29/2020, a child under 18 years of age, and furthermore, the violation resulted in serious physical harm to J.W., date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 6 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did attempt to purposely cause the death of Margot Wood. Count 7 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did attempt to cause the death of Margot Wood as a proximate result of the offender committing or attempting to commit an offense of violence that is a felony of the first or second degree, to wit, felonious assault, Ohio Revised Code section 2901.11A1. Count 8 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to Margot Wood. Count 9 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did, knowing that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress or was about to be or likely to be instituted, alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing with the purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceeding or investigation. Count 10 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did with purpose to deprive the owner, Volunteers of America store, of property or services, to wit, knives, knowingly obtain or exert control over either the property or services without the consent of the owner or the person authorized to give consent. I have now read the indictment to you. Do you wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Sí.
Pardon me?
Sí.
What's same mean? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I understand the victims are represented and they want to make a comment before I set bond. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Could you start with your name?
My name is Jared Wood, father of deceased, husband of Margot. Your Honor, that day, 1 week ago, she took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son, or anything that my wife and I, or even our other kids, are going through. It's horrendous. And I really wish no bail, period, or extend it to the max limit possible that you can, at the very least. Just do whatever you can to keep this monster behind bars.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything else you would like to say?
That'll be it. Thank
Okay.
you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is there anything else before I pronounce bond?
Your Honor, we would just ask that you consider assigning the Public Defender's Office, recognizing this is not our number. We did represent her at the first appearance unit. I did meet with her on Friday. We have had contact with her family and begun working on the case. Thank you, Your Honor.
When the original bond was set out of Muni Court, the bond was set at $1 million, and it was before the passing of one of the alleged victims. I do not believe that bond is appropriate given the change in circumstances and the allegations that are contained in this indictment. Bond is set at $5 million, cash, surety, or property. GPS, no contact with any surviving victim or victim's family, DNA order. Judge is John Russo. Pretrial is June 17th at 9 a.m. I'll assign counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, she did get bond. Bond is $5 million. Now, somehow, in order for her to get out, someone would have to raise $500,000 because that's 10% of $5 million. So I know you think, well, $5 million is a lot, yeah. Yeah, but they have to find a bail's bondsman who will put up the $5 million for the $500,000, because they have to, whomever the family, whomever have to find $500,000 for someone who committed this for. Here's the deal. Like I said before, this crime is on videotape. It's on videotape. The security cameras in the parking lot clearly show this person committing that crime. The crimes that were read, that you heard. There isn't any question that this person is the person who did it. There's no question about this particular situation. This woman is guilty, and we're just going through the steps. Now, I think this woman is insane. I think anybody who would do this crime or a crime like this is insane. What we have to guard, I think what we have to guard against is there is on the right, there's a wokeness, I guess, for lack of better terms, that everything is being put into the narrative black v white, white v black, just like the left's doing. That's a bad idea. This crime isn't some leftover from Barack Obama and kill all the white people. This isn't. Now, would it be any different if things were reversed? And I know we like to play that game, and it's a stupid game. And whenever it gets played, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. If the child and the mother were black and the assailant was white, I imagine there'd be a lot more vocal outrage, but using the very same tactics. That somehow, you're going to get off it because they think they were insane. Well, anybody who would follow somebody around a Walmart holding a butcher knife and attack some stranger is insane. No matter what they look like. No matter what. This woman is going to get convicted. And, I mean, this woman is going to get convicted. And will do time in a mental hospital. For sure. If she's even going to be competent to be tried. That is the most painful part of all of this. That this 3-year-old boy is dead. Died a horrific death. And his mother got to see it at the hands of this woman. And there is a chance that nothing is going to happen to her. And the woke right will be out there talking about it's because she's black. No, it's because she's crazy. She's demon possessed. And I don't know when people are going to start getting this. That a lot of us will say that the person is demon possessed and go, "Oh, you and your religious belief." You tell me. You tell me. You tell me. I'm going to play the first few seconds of her standing there. You tell me if this woman is not demon possessed. Give me just a second to, again, when you're doing all this stuff by yourself, it's a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more difficult. All right, put that up there. And close the window. I'm going to put that right there. You tell me that this is not a person who is demon possessed. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this right here. That's a crazy person. That's a person who's got demons. Because watch this. Watch the change. Right there. Right there. There's a battle going on there. There's a battle going on right there. You see that? You see the change in the eyes? This is a lot more. There you go. This is a lot more than just some woke black person who's running around killing white babies. This is not that. This is not that. This is not that. Not that at all. So let's not make it that. If we are always priding ourselves on taking the high ground, going through the process, having respect for due process, let's go ahead and first do that. And take all our energy and put it into the family. The family who lost this child, the woman that was attacked. What they don't need is your social media warriors. What they actually need is help. What they need is prayer. To get, and they will never get over it. You have to understand, when things happen, people don't ever get over it. They have to just get on with it. I've said this before, and I'll say it now, because I want people to understand where I'm coming from. My son's 33 years old, and I can't imagine a world where he's not in it. And I'm sure that father that you saw there at the end of that, at the end of that clip, was beyond devastated. After he had made his statement, yeah, he just kind of stood there for a while, didn't he? He just kind of stood there. He just kind of stood there because he didn't know what else to do. His world had been shattered. Absolutely shattered. He and his family need our prayer and our support. And if we can find a way to reach out to them, we need to find out a way to reach out, Paul, if you're watching, to offer our condolences and offer what can we do to help. There may not be anything, but I think the offering might be a lot. Now, no one's talking, and he's just standing there, stunned. It's awful. Absolutely awful. Alright, we got to get out of here. Make room for somebody else. So until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.